Hey everybody, welcome back. Week 6. We are almost there. 3103. This week we're going to talk about nursing theorists. This comes out of chapter 10 in your book. It's the back half of chapter 10. It does give a couple examples of theories. I suggest that you go in and look at that. However, I added a couple articles as well that add in some theories that you can look at. And honestly, you can just look up theories online for nursing practice. But this is something that we're going to use in our paper. You're going to have a problem that you're researching, and I want you to be able to identify a theory that you could use to help solve this problem or that could be used. So if you have trouble with that, let me know and I will help you with that, or we can come up with a different section for you. But in the past, students have been able to find a theory to help put in that help, I guess not help, a theory to use with their problem. All right, so different nursing theories, or why do we have nursing theories? Even Florence Nightingale had a nursing theory. There's been nursing theories throughout the years. Sister Calista Roy is a big one, the adaptation model, which we're going to talk about. I didn't get to meet her, but she spoke at a conference I was at. So there's many theorists out there and many theories that have been published, and I encourage you to go out there and look through them. But why do we use them? Well, they improve nursing practice, and really, in my lecture notes, I wrote they guide nursing practice. They guide nurses. And we've used these models to guide the movement of research and turning evidence into practice. Theory helps distinguish nursing, and it assists nurses in understanding their patients and their needs. There's another theory we're going to talk about today called the self-care deficit theory. So that helps us understand our patients. Provides consistency to nursing, strengthens nursing care, and improves health and quality of life for persons, family, and communities. No single model is going to fit each practice setting and needs. So really go out there and read several different ones. There's several different types. I think there's actually 4 types, but the 2 we're going to talk about is grand theory and middle range theory. I just want you to know the difference between these 2. Grand theories create or they're less concrete and explicit, more broad. And then there's middle range theory, which is a more narrow scope. One of the articles that I posted was talking about actually Sister Calista Roy, and it's a grand theory, okay? So she has the Roy's adaptation model. You may have heard of it. Adaptation is the desired outcome for coping, development, and growth for optimum quality of life and death with dignity. So we have to adapt to our situations. There's a lot within this adaptation model. I highly suggest you go read it. This is actually the one that I used when I did my DNP project on type 2 diabetics, learning about diabetes. It's a very good model, but this is a grand theory, so it's very broad. The self-care deficit theory, 1971, by Oram. It talks about self-care is associated with the activities or behavior that patients engage in to promote health and minimize self-care deficits. So right there, we're talking about a much more smaller, I don't want to say smaller, but it's a lot more narrower scope, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's a good difference. And there is an article, like I've already said, about these 2, and it compares and contrasts them. It's only 3 pages. It's very good. You should read it. Another grand theory that I was reading about was Jean Orlando, the deliberative nursing process theory. Excuse me. She explains how to use the nursing process to improve patient outcomes. So that's more of a large scale. I mean, you're talking about the entire nursing process and how to improve patient outcomes. So that is a grand theory. So make sure you understand the difference between those. But more importantly, I want you to go out and read some of these theories and find what will fit for your evidence-based practice issue that you're researching. So that is really all I have for you this week. There are articles to go read and look through. If you have trouble finding a theory to use in your paper, please contact me and I will help you, or we will find another way for you to make up that section in your paper. Thanks for hanging around, guys. One more week.